feels like a Metro Boomin track. Kanye track. Whoa, y'all. Yo, guys, I was thinking about this earlier. I said there's a feature in Suno that nobody really talks about because it's not really a feature. It's just an attribute of the workflow. But it's something that is really, really, really unique to Suno. So let's hop straight into it. Now, one thing about Suno is that it analyzes audio spectacularly. I've been teaching music for 10, 11 almost years or so. And the way it describes music, like we were just joking around with this Diddy type beat the other day. And if you click on the beat, let me solo this, see if it could. So we had this little groove, this little bad boy entertainment type groove. So we called it a Diddy type beat. And in Suno, if you click on the actual file, let me move my head. When you drag it into Suno Studio, I think it does it inside of like when you upload audio in general. Go down here to the bottom right and it describes to a T, okay? To a T what your music is, okay? A soulful R&B track with male vocalists featuring smooth laid-back groove. The instrumentation includes a clean electric guitar playing a melodic riff, a prominent bass line providing a solid foundation, and a drum machine with a simple but effective beat. The tempo is moderate, creating a relaxed yet engaging atmosphere. The male vocals are delivered with a warm, slightly breathy quality, unlike mine, because I'm getting over a sinus infection, emphasizing the melodic lines. The production is clean with a focus on clarity for each instrument. The song structure is verse-chorus based with guitar riff serving as a recurring motif. You can analyze music all day long, but the way it describes music is just not like a person. It describes it because it can see the patterns that a person doesn't necessarily pick up. So yeah, unless you hit up like a musicologist or something like that, chances are they're not going to describe music to that T. So what you could do is actually copy this and use that as your prompt. So if you like a beat or you drag it in and you like the characteristics of that sound, let's say you buy a loop pack or something and you drag it into Suno and you're like, okay, it describes it for you. Now you just go over to styles, hit paste. And if you need lyrics, you could add lyrics. We're not going to add lyrics in this. But let's hit create a couple times and just see what it creates. Now I'm going to show you guys another technique, which is if you have a song that you actually like in Suno, I'm going to show you how to really stretch your brain to do stuff that you normally would not do. Okay, so I guess we could play this. Now again, here's the reference for that without it even hearing the audio. This is the vibe. It's more of like, again, like a bad boy entertainment type beat. It has guitar, it has bass, and it has a bounce to it. Just a rough beat. Okay, now here's what it created. Let's see if it has any of those characteristics. The bass is definitely there. Bad boy. It definitely has that bad boy, like, bad boy, take that. So it definitely has that bounce though, that bad boy. And because we were so specific, it almost hit us with the same guitar intro. I can hear more like Mary J. Blige or something like that. Now, as a producer, I would sample that. Let's see what kind of bounce it gives us. And I just noticed this. I don't know if it's a new feature or what, but you guys see here, the short description says R&B and soul. That's kind of how I think. I don't think in all these microscopic terms. I think in general, broad strokes. And if you click show more, it goes into much more depth. That's why I said Suno. I've never seen this in any platform, any plugin. I've seen websites try to guess what genre you're in. My fiance put me onto a couple of websites that guess what genre you're in. But Suno describes it to like a definitive definition, not just a genre, like a smeary genre. It really gets to the pinpoint of what makes up your sound. So again, if you have loop packs or, royalty-free sounds that you guys got, try dragging them in and see if what it says, because you might find your sound, you just don't know what it's called. Okay. So that's, what I would do is drag my own beats or whatever vibes I have, just drag them in. And let's see over here. something happened with the sound. It sounds very clean. I don't remember Suno sounding this clean. Maybe it's been a while. Now, these don't have that same bounce as that first one did. Okay, but just use that, workflow and see if you get results that are more into your pocket of what you're trying to go for. Now, the next one is something I found out by accident one time. I actually thought it was a different website. And basically, if you have a song, I want you guys to go to where it says explore. So first, let's pick a song. Let's go to our library. Let's open this up and let's find a song that we actually like. So let's see here. Let's go to playlists and let's do, what is this? Okay, these are the songs. You're the apple of my eye. Okay, so we have that song open. And we're going to go to the Explore tab. And here is basically infinite exploration in terms of genre. Again, I teach music production. My brain would not even remotely think of this many genres. They've done a massive amount of research. So let's take this, this song here, this idea, maybe a different song. Let's take more of a modern singer. That way it won't sound too jarring going from like a 1970s voice all the way up to these random genres. And let's do progressive avant-garde jazz. All right, let's see. How can we copy this? Oh, wait. So when you click on it, it pulls up an example. So we're just going to highlight this, hit copy. And then we're going to go back to our catalog. Click here with these three dots, and then let's remix this and create a cover. And all we're going to do is just we're going to paste that genre into the style. So we're going to hear this song that we actually like, but we're going to push the genre boundaries. And let's do this a couple of times. Let's do a couple other ones. French acoustic Chicago blues. I don't even know what that remotely sounds like. Let's do that one. All right. So we're going to create variations, but this time we're going to use all different sound selection and arrangement. What is choral, drill, and bass? That sounds crazy. Choral, drill, and bass. I've heard of drums and bass, not drill and bass. That's outrageous. And let's do one more. I don't know what Dakar future bass is. So let's copy this, paste. All right, boom, create. Okay, now let's go back to where is it at? Here it is. So as a reference, let's play the original, just so you guys remember where we started from. All right, so here's the original. Jumping like I'm Jordan. Just crazy music, okay? And now we're over here. Jumping like I'm Jordan. So swapping out the instruments. Recording, stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored in. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs, stacking up the chips like I'm in New York. So it's all different sound selection, but it keeps that same arrangement so far. Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording, stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored in. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs, stacking up the chips like I'm in New York. Crazy. All right, let's hear a whole different genre. So those genres were closer. Now let's use a whole different palette of sounds here. French acoustic Chicago blues. And it keeps the same motifs in the melody and everything.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs, stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
It even did like the slow down thing. That's crazy, y'all. This is actually interesting. Let's try choral drill.
Like I'm Jordan,
choral drill and bass.
when I am recording, stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs, stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
Wow, this is very interesting. Now, this genre I've never heard of, Dakar Future Bass.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording, stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs, stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
So as you guys can hear, what is, oh, that was weird. Sounds like a Metro Boomin track. Kanye track. Whoa, y'all. How does, the fact that I skipped over this track and it's this crazy. Suno just never doesn't blow my mind. What in the F? This is what I'm saying. You guys can just expand your awareness on sound selection, vibes, chords, chord progressions, just the way things are tonally done with that Explore workflow. I'm sampling this. This sounds like Kanye. If you guys want the That's actually crazy. What have we unlocked? What portal, what universe have we unlocked, y'all? This new method to remix is going to open you guys up to crazy ideas. I can't wait to see what you guys create. Go to busyworksbeats.com/Suno and you guys could go get signed up. This is crazy, y'all. Peace.